in Chicago. We are in Cincinnati.
That's right.
At the JTM plant. And thank you so much for being in our session today for 25 minutes. And Amy, I'm going to give it to you, our director of marketing, and then we're going to go back.
Yeah. So I just want to take a minute to go over a few housekeeping things. We are going to ask that everyone keep if you have a camera, if you could turn that off and keep your microphones muted. We are going to have a little fun with Jose in a minute. And if you're called on for a question or to be a part of the discussion, then I would ask you to go ahead and turn your cameras back on. And you could also obviously turn your mic on at that time as well. But the title of our session today is really about writing your school nutrition playbook in a post-COVID world. And, from JTM, one more thing, we are going to record this session. I did want to tell you that. So if you don't want to be recorded, you can go ahead and turn your cameras off or exit the session now.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I just wanted to, like I was saying, we know that you all are being hit with a million different obstacles, whether that be a supply chain issue, something, a hang up with your distributor, just trying to get kids excited to come back into the cafeteria and build that sort of participation back and trusting in the school lunch program again. And we want to be a part of the solution. We definitely want to be there to help you. And so before I get into the fun part here with the one and only Jose Quinones, I wanted to just let you know that we not only have products but resources to support you. From our 5-pound bulk pack products, student favorites like our all beef taco filling, our macaroni and cheese, our beautiful 3-bean chili, all great ways to sort of redefine the serving line and get kids excited for lunch. They help you with labor shortages because we're doing all of that just like you would in the kitchen. We're cooking, draining, rinsing that ground beef, just like you would in the kitchen, and then adding the seasonings to give you a real homemade taste and product. So we have that in our bulk pack. And then we also have come up with a whole line of IW products to help you. I think these were a huge part of the COVID response.
During the COVID, all the same items that we made, but we had to redesign the packaging.
That's right.
So they could go.
So it's those same favorites that are now available in like a taco and cheese sauce tray, our macaronis in a little bowl. We have some great steel cut oats with brown sugar in a portion pack bowl. So all of those things, as you start thinking about what do I need in my toolbox as I look at next school year and the school year beyond, we want to be that solution for you. And outside of our products, we have a whole library of resources that you can find on jtmfoodgroup.com/K12, from our simple solutions guides to just a library of recipes that we've worked close in hand with our wonderful chef, Irma Gonzalez. And then we've also got a lot of different marketing support. So whether you want to launch a new product, you want to celebrate Taco Tuesday every day, we have signage. We can come in and help with student tastings. We want to be a part of the solution. We want your programs to be successful. Our team is here to support you. And now I want to turn it over to my friend, Mr. Jose.
Well, thank you, Amy, so much. And one thing that I wanted to say, with all the resources that you and your team has worked, we have done it in English and Spanish.
That's right.
And if I can summarize what you just said, very simple, we just have become a company that is not just selling taco meat. It's just understanding what drama, I love to use that word,
right,
challenges people are having, and what do we have to offer to make sure that when the students are back into the schools, we're ready for them. Right. So what I would like to do, Amy, because I don't have that many, I think I only have like 20 minutes, there are certain topics or challenges going on out there that I will ask the directors on the panel here on the audience of how are they handling. But what I would like to do is it will be asking for 1 minute or 2 minute answer. Hopefully will inspire others to give their opinion. And I would love to go through at least 4 major topics on that. And the first one, any questions?
No, I just want to remind them the chat window, the discussion window, the Q&A panels. If you don't get to verbally ask us, please feel free to use that to put your questions in. If we don't get them today, we will follow up with you during the show or at a later date.
Okay, perfect. And Amy, remember, we only have 18 minutes, so you have to tell me when to shut up and let the other people talk.
Sounds
because
good.
I can talk for 3 hours.
All right.
So I just want to know, first of all, Stephanie Bruce, are you in the audience? If you are, you need to unmute and you need to get your picture out so I can ask the question.
I'm here, Jose.
Hello, Stephanie. So one of the things that we hear every single day, and I know everybody's tired of listening to the word communication, but this is where I, Stephanie, will take it to a next level on the question. And it's going to be very directly. When you place an order with JTM or any manufacturer out there with the distributor, what communication are you having now to make sure that you get the product when you want it and the company is producing the product also for when you want it? So for 1 minute, I know you probably had some type of process before, and now because of what's going on, you have another one. Can you share with the group, please?
Sure. I mean, before COVID, we'd share our menus and just have regular discussions, but now more than ever, I actually talk to our manufacturers more than I talk to my distributors. And when we place an order, I make sure that we contact the manufacturer first, and let them know, hey, this is what I'm looking at. What's your lead times? Then I can kind of calculate how long it's going to take to get to my distributor and then to me, so that we can really determine our own lead times, because the lead times that our distributor has been setting aren't always accurate. And that way I know if there's a problem. I'm in constant communication, so you guys will let me know before the distributor really knows, and then we can actually change our menu in advance instead of waiting for that truck to get to the dock and finding out the order's not there, which has happened a lot in the last year and a half. So we talk to manufacturers way more than ever before and make sure that you guys are on speed dial and in my cell phone at all times.
Well, thank you, Stephanie. And that's what I wanted. I thank you very much for the way you answer, because I wanted to make people aware that this is the time to let us understand it. Like I kept telling Amy in our meetings, lead times. You know, when you're talking about lead times, there is the lead time for the processor. There is a lead time for production, the lead time from the distributor. That word means a lot more today than before. So that communication has to be really, really between the director and the processor. Thank you very much, Stephanie. I would like to ask the same question to Dorothy, because Dorothy Glenn is the administrator for one of the co-ops in Texas. And obviously she also has to manage so many different schools. So she's probably going crazy trying to make sure that every single member of her co-op is getting what they want. So if you can let us know what type of communication, at what level are you going into the communication now, Dorothy?
Well, first of all, we have what we call a 4-bullet plan that we improvise. We have our forecast that we send in April to all our processors and distributors. Then we go into a customized menu planner with all our members, where we drop in what they processed and commercial, commodity, both. Send that up to the distributor with a 4-week lead time forecast. If manufacturer wants that, we can send that as well. Currently, I am in the process of doing Zoom meetings with all the processors, all the brokers, getting updates on production, what type of forecast we need, how do we need to alter the menu planners. And then we update everyone weekly, all our members, via our newsletter. We will revisit the 4-week plan in October, because that gives us 6 weeks to get it going, see where we stand, how much more do we need to redo? Do we need to redo our forecast? Do we need to move items around? What do we need to do? And again, we'll set up Zoom meetings with brokers and processors and with our distributor and members at that time.
Well, Dorothy, I'm very, very excited with that specific word, because I know that immediately, thank you very much, first of all, for the answer that you just gave us. Stephanie was talking about that communication factor, and you use our favorite F word, which is forecasting. Yes. And forecasting truly has become like the Bible of our work. It is the communication. And I know that people keep saying, but I don't know what's going to happen. I don't have a crystal ball. It really doesn't matter. We need to have an idea of what you're saying to be able to make plans. What are you needing? So we have that communication between the distributor, the processor, and obviously the RA, meaning the school district,
Mhm.
or in this case, will be with you, which is the co-op. So thank you very much. I will go back to that specific subject. So I can read the.
No, she's good.
Oh, that we're doing good. Okay,
Yeah,
good,
yes.
good. Remember, I'm on TV.
We're good.
We're
Yeah.
good. Okay. I understand there is a lot of drama out there that people keep saying, oh my God, I cannot get the chicken that I want.
Right.
Oh my God, I cannot get this product or that product. And my question is to you or to anybody is, and I'm going to go with Barbara Harrell. So if you're not getting that chicken product that you are not going to get it anyway, why do you need to replace a chicken menu item with another chicken menu product,
Right.
or maybe you have to say it in plain English, or Barbara, I would like to know from you, what are the menu choices, knowing that this process of not having all the products is broken and you know the information in advance? How are you being creative, Barbara, on menu products where you can offer different stuff that you know you're going to get the product? Was I confusing? Never.
No, it was not, Jose. No. One of the challenges for us has been last minute shortages in the beginning, but now I think that we can pretty much establish what we are going to be shorted on. And one of those things is often chicken, but it's also sometimes cheese. So I think our other protein sources like beef and pork, especially beef though, have been more mainstream. Because we're doing more meals, breakfast, lunch, snack, and supper 7 days a week, we also need to fill in more menu items. So we are really looking for more beef entrees, more pork entrees, different alternate items to fill in those gaps. And we have not had supply chain issues, thankfully, with beef and pork.
And Barbara, I am so excited that you use specifically that word of alternate items. It's like everyone keeps saying it's time to branch out.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you're not going to get it, kids actually eat all these different things. When you step out, you have a restaurant from different flavors or ethnic in every corner. So it's not that they can only eat that specific animal. I don't want to say the word chicken because people are going to get upset with me since I don't sell chicken. But anyway, thank you very much, Barbara. And I know we have some comments that we'll be able to go back and do. So thank you so much. I would like to go with Shannon. I know that Shannon is right there in the group. And Shannon, that will go a little bit with what Barbara just talked about, not just having the choices that we probably won't have as we did prior COVID, but also that labor shortages, Shannon, that everybody's having out there, where you used to love, for example, making your own pasta and you will do the dish, but now you're branching out and saying which companies are out there like JTM that will actually provide to us the full meal, the full entree together.
Right.
Can you tell us what type of thinking are you having with your managers to let them know, this is what we're going to start doing? You have the consistency. I mean, I don't want to talk for you, but can you help us go through the process, Shannon, please?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we're looking at our numbers now and looking at our staffing compared to our enrollment. We've had a lot of decreased enrollment, so that's a whole other challenge. But I think finding quality staff is going to be a struggle across the board. And we still are 15 sites. And the biggest thing for me is going from one site to another and you have the same menu item, but it tastes completely different. Whether it be some chef decides to go a little heavy on the salt or they forget ingredients. And our kids, a lot of our schools go from school to school or their cousins or their best friends. And what tastes at one school may taste completely different. And I think to help us with staffing and consistency to get those kiddos back in the cafeteria, we need to go to something that is more standardized and high quality. And as we're looking towards next year, looking at manufacturers that have done the work for us to help with the sodium, to help with all the regulations we have to follow. And I know that quality is good, and taste testing different items that are already pre-made for us is going to be humongous.
And Sharon, thank you so much for taking the time to respond. You did say that the key word that it's time to branch out the quality, having the product ready, and getting the managers ready so they can do other products in the cafeteria. The challenge that we are having as a company, and Amy, not the challenge, but the opportunity with marketing is to go out and tell the whole world that we actually have already pasta entrees ready for the school. So that's a very good. Thank you so much.
Can I add one more thing really quick, Jose? Also, to take a look at letting our managers know we're going to ease a little bit of the burden of making these entrees that are labor intensive, and maybe they can then focus on adding more fresh fruits and vegetables, making more salads. So you're just complementing it, and you're not taking things away. You're just being able to focus your direction on something better.
Oh my God, you know what? I'm going to resign today, and I'm going to tell JTM to hire you, because you just said it. It's truly, they let them do other stuff that they need to do, and let us, JTM, provide you with a high quality entrees and other stuff that we make.
And it's happening everywhere. It's not just, and that's the beauty of JTM, is we see it happening with some of our other segments of our business as well. They're letting us, let JTM do some of that heavy lifting so that your people can really, do, whether it's front of the house or whether it's figuring out how to use that DOD in those fresh fruits and vegetables. So, we're providing a little bit of some breathing room for your staff so that they can concentrate on that customer service and freshening things up. So.
No, that's right. And I'm glad, Amy, that you're getting into it, because the next question, it has a lot to do with what you're doing with us. And Amy, being in marketing, she's actually in constant communication with directors all across the country. What exactly is going on? What do you need? And just resurfing the basics and how can we serve it. And that's what we go to the part of the resources. And I want to know, do I have time to talk about it? Yeah. That's perfect. On the resources, and when we're talking about resources, I'm not just talking about a piece of paper. I'm just talking about having the knowledge and the expertise that Amy has. And Amy, if you can tell me for 2 seconds, since they said that we have time before I ask the question, when we're talking about resources, can you tell the group what have you created, the short videos in English and Spanish? Can you just tell them a little bit, please?
So when COVID came, we had some time. We had to reevaluate. We had to look at what everyone had in stock. And so we looked at our best sellers. We looked at our taco meat, and we're like, let's go back to the basics. Let's show them heating, holding, handling. Let's show them 3 or 4 simple recipes that you only need 3 or 4 other ingredients with, or maybe 1 or 2, so that we can simplify it, yet still drive that excitement into the menus. And so we approached it as a team effort. We worked with our sales folks. We worked with Chef Irma. We worked with Jose, and we really tried to bring in everyone's opinions so that we could develop these simple solutions guides that you can either look at through a PDF, in a video format. They've been great for managers meetings. So it's like, yes, we're going to use taco meat. Now we're going to use it in 3 ways on the menu instead of just 1 way on the menu. So it's a good way to open up your manager's eyes or your employees' eyes about, oh, wow, this is a great product and it's really easy to use. So that's one thing that we really focused on and has been a great win for us.
Yes. And Amy, before I ask a question, I also have learned from directors that when you have created that, like the spaghetti and meat sauce, people are very proud that you're making your own spaghetti and meat sauce. But now you have brought to light the quality of what we're making. And hey, just like Shannon said, let them do something else. We'll create the sauce and we'll give you the inspiration of what else to do from the moment the product gets to do. So I have 5 more minutes, so we're doing well. I want to make sure, Steven, are you in the room? Steven from Tucson, Arizona.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, there you go. How are you, Mr. Steven?
Trying to stay cool.
Okay, good. I know it's probably 118 degrees in Tucson, but that's okay. Steven, I would love to ask you the question about the resources that JTM has created. And I'm not talking about just the product, just going to Tucson and sell taco meat, or go to Tucson to just sell cheese sauce. So it's like, what inspiration did we give you during COVID and moving forward to your group, to your team, of what companies should be doing now that they're opening the schools, on the resources, the service?
Well, Baycham's been great. You guys have been great with the service. The biggest thing is everybody's jumped up to the plate for the IW products. So the JTM sauces and taco meat's great. But having the ability to have that all individually wrapped so that we just heat them up and serve them. So kids can go. We do the nachos, favorite for the kids down here in the Southwest. We get nacho chips, and then we got cheese sauce and taco meat all together, along with the little salsa PCs, and off they go. The ability for the marketers to listen to what we've had to say, come up with what we need to do with this exact same quality product, and having it individually wrapped so it can go, whether it's being sent home for pickups or whether they're eating it in the classroom. It just makes things a whole lot easier for everybody, and our staff don't have to package it themselves to be able to give out with this COVID, because we started school back in March and everything still had to be packaged like we were sending it home with the buses. So, I mean, it's great that you guys have listened.
Well, thank you, Stephen, so much. And he says something very key to what you said at the beginning, Amy, is that we have taken our top sellers, favorites across the country, and went from the 5-pound bag, which is, we still have, the bulk pack because they're starting to use it. But to Stephen's point, we were able to still provide it, and it's still here to stay, because I understand, Stephen, to your point, that many people want to keep the product like that to have on the supper program, to have on the weekend or other emergencies. So thank you, Stephen, so much, because we want to tell the industry out there that it's not just to go and visit you to show you a product. There is a service. There is resources that we can actually become stronger, partners in this deal. So thank you so much. I don't know if Jessica Shelley is in the group. Are you there, Jessica? No, she's not there.
I'm here. I'm just getting a spinning wheel of death.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there be lights.
Oh, how are you?
Ooh, I'm doing so well. How are you?
I feel like the Good Morning America. Are you there? Are you here? I love it. And I'm not even in Miami. I'm in Cincinnati. Okay, I have 2 minutes. Jessica, thank you so much. Great to see you. We would like to ask Jessica about that product, Amy, and I will let you ask her, because I know you were part of that project. Of the Cincinnati chili.
Yes. So here in Cincinnati, we love our Cincinnati style chili, Greek style chili that you serve over spaghetti or coney dogs. And I know at Cincy Public, it was one of their favorite things that they got, their hot menu items. And so, Jessica, I'll let you take it from there, that what we were able to do to help your kids get that during COVID.
Yeah, we are incredibly thankful to one of our local hometown companies, JTM, because when COVID hit, we really knew that we wanted to keep our kids still engaged with hot, nutritious meals that provided the comfort and the feel of the meals we would serve them at school every day. And so we were able to work with JTM on a way to package the 3-way meals actually in our 7-day food boxes. They were amazing. They stood up, stepped in, were willing to work with other companies and collaborate to make sure that we were providing the absolute best we could for all of our students in our community. And the feedback was amazing. Parents were so thrilled that we were actually including things that the kids loved, that they recognized, and that were a little slice of home when they weren't able to be in a school building with us. So JTM, thank you so much for helping our kids in Cincinnati get through COVID and put a smile on their face during a time that there wasn't a lot to smile about.
Oh my God, thank you so much. It's so emotional. I know we don't even, I know, we love you all. And we have to say thank you to everybody that actually answered the questions. I know we only have like 1 more minute to go. I knew that was going to happen. There are questions on the chatter. What are we going to do with those? Can we
Let's see.
Yes.
All right, everyone.
Real
I'm going to
quick,
pop
please.
in here. Let me see.
If we don't get to them all, like I said, we will. We promise we will follow up.
Yes.
We needed an hour, people.
Yes, we are going to
So,
follow up on each one of them.
Our first question is from Brian Hoffmeyer. He says, "Is that a cheese cowboy hat?"
Oh my God, it is a cowboy cheese
Yes,
hat
it
with
is.
some diamonds. The diva does need diamonds.
All right.
I think we're
It
done.
doesn't look like we have very many
Just
questions.
comments?
Just comments. Fantastic comments.
Okay, well,
All these
we
lovely
are.
You want to
people.
tell them good?
Well, I just want to say with Amy, thank you so much. I do want to say thank you so much to the 25 people that actually
Right.
show up.
Yes, we love you all.
And we love you all. We need your business. We need your love. And Amy, just say,
Yes, we can't wait to see you in person.
Oh my God, next year.
And thank you for being good teammates and team sports. And we're here to help you. Please reach out if you need us. And let's kick some butt in 21-22.
yes. And thank you so much again. Have a great day.
Have a great day.